Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. So I'm back to the destashing today. This is going to be quite a difficult video because these are my one and onlys. So I've actually got 36 polishes here and it's the only polish that I have from that particular brand. So it's going to be even more difficult to destash because I'm not just destashing a polish, I'm destashing a brand. So I'm going to split them into indie polishes and mainstream boutique type polishes. So let's start with the non-indies first. So I've got 17 non-indie polishes here. I don't know if this is going to be difficult or not. This is my only Cuccio. I've had lots of Cuccios in my collection, but I seem to have destashed all of them and I'm left with just this one. So do I want to get rid of this one as well? This one's called Temptation and it's a really pretty plummy pink. But I do feel as though I've got a lot of polishes in this shade. It's a very kind of blue toned purpley pink. I'm actually going to say goodbye to this one, so no more Cuccio. Wow, this is feels really extreme. I've also had quite a few Leighton Denny's in my collection. I sent a mustard Leighton Denny over to Lauren quite recently. So it left me with this one and it's really pretty. It's got a blue shimmer. It's quite sheer. This is the polish that I actually topped with this Barry M Under the Sea, and I really like the finish, so on that basis I'm definitely going to keep that one. And it was only £3. It was TK Maxx special. And yes, if you're watching George, for some reason I do tend to keep the labels on. I think it's just because I like to see that I've got a bargain, but also some of these labels are really difficult to get off. I need to clean the bottles properly, really. But anyway, I'm going to keep the Leighton Denny. This polish here, this reminds me of when I first started collecting nail polish. I used to collect quite a lot of Rimmel from the drugstore, from the chemist, from Tesco's, and this is one of the first ones that I picked up that I really liked because it is a purpley grey. This one's called Punk Rock and it is actually a really good formula. It needs a good shake, but I'm actually going to keep this one. This is a polish that was sent to me by Debbie, I think. It's called Blueberry and it reminds me of Sinful Colours Cinderella. But I've destashed that one, so I think what I'm going to do is keep this one. It's quite sheer, it needs to be built up, but it is quite a pretty polish, so I'm going to keep Claire's Blueberry. This was a Koki polish that was sent to me by Debbie, and it is, I used it as a comparison to Essie's on a silver platter. There are slight similarities, I think, in the size and the density of the twinkly blue glitter, but it is very similar, so I'm actually going to pass this one on. This was a polish that I think was either sent to me by Catherine or by Anna. Anna Vestin, I think, sent me this one. This is Makeup Store and it's a really pretty neutral beige shade. It's called Alex, but I feel like I've got a lot of this shade, this neutral shade, so I'm actually going to say goodbye to this one. These two were sent to me for comparison to Pacific Blue, in fact these three, and I'm going to keep all of them. That's Julie G, Cabana Boy, and this one is a Miss Sporty, and I don't think it's got a name. No, I don't think it's got a name, but it is quite similar, so I'm going to keep hold of these two for comparison purposes. And this one, I thought I was going to destash this and then I actually wore it, and it's a really pretty cornflower blue. It was only 50p from PS, and this was sent to me as well as a comparison, but it's much paler than Pacific Blue. So, but I am going to keep it because I really enjoyed wearing it. So that's PS, and this one is called, unsurprisingly, this one's called Cornflower. This one I'm definitely going to keep because it was a perfect match for the Pantone purple a couple of years ago. This was sent to me by Helen over in Ireland. It's a Sosu polish. I don't think it's an indie. I think it's more of a Irish mainstream brand, if I've got that right, Helen. And this one's called Grape Gatsby, and I'm definitely keeping this one. So I've got two gold polishes here. This one's a finger paint and this one is Spa Ritual. To be honest, I'm really not that keen on either of them. This is Finding and this one is Figure of Art. So I'm actually going to say goodbye to my one and only Spa Ritual and my one and only finger paints. This is a Nailberry, which I believe is more of a kind of boutique polish. And this one is called Love Me Tender and it's a really pretty blush pink. And I am actually going to keep this one. This one here was sent to me by Andrea, I think, and this is a Q-Tex polish. It's called Catch the Sunset, and it's a really pretty corally peach, but I've got other shades that are very similar to this, so I'm actually going to pass this one on. This one I'm going to keep because the other side of this, which says Best Friends, I actually sent this to a Polish Pony over in the US, so I managed to get it across to her. So this is an NCLA polish, which I think is more of a boutique polish. It's not the best red, to be honest, but it's just because it's the other half of the pair, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. What shall I do with these two? I think I'm going to keep the CK1 because I used it in I think it was a butterfly nail art that I used it in, and I actually really liked it, so I'm going to keep this one. It's called Sea Glass and it's a CK1 polish. I was so excited about getting this. This is Deborah Lippman's Mermaid's Dream, and I think it's just because it was very popular a few years ago. It's a kind of minty green with lots of blue and silver glitter. It's a little bit textured on the nail and I just don't reach for it. I've swatched it more than I've worn it. So I'm actually going to say goodbye to Deborah Lippman, which is my only Deborah Lippman. But yeah, I'm going to let this one go. So actually that's not too bad. I'm destashing 7 and I'm going to keep 10 of them. But these two I'm just keeping for comparison purposes for Pacific Blue. So actually it's not as, it doesn't feel like it's as many that I'm keeping. But these are the ones from the mainstream / boutique one and onlys that I'm definitely going to be keeping in my collection. Okay, so here are my one and only indie polishes. This is going to be really difficult. I can just say straight away I'm not going to be destashing these two. This is my only Danglefoot polish at the moment, although I keep saying I'm going to get some more and I just don't get around to it. But I definitely want to pick up more Danglefoot. This one is called Gallifrey Lost. Definitely keeping that. This is my only super chic lacquer. I did have another one which was a kind of orangey red that I passed on, and this one I think it was, I either swapped it or somebody sent this to me. I can't remember, but this is the very pretty bright red holographic. I believe it's a one coater as well, so this is Realm of Erotica from Super Chic Lacquer. Definitely keeping this one. I'm also going to keep Miss Sparkle because this is Nail Polistician for President. So this was a custom polish that was made for Anna Vestin, and I absolutely love the crushed chrome flakes in there in this bright red. It really does remind me of Anna. It's a kind of pinky red. So that's Nail Polistician for President by Miss Sparkle. Definitely keeping this one. I'm also going to keep my one and only Cadillaca. This is Wear It Like Armor, which is from a Game of Thrones collection. It's a really, really pretty lilac-y pink with copper glitters, different size glitters, and it's absolutely beautiful, very delicate. My only Cadillaca, so I'm definitely keeping it. I am going to destash these two though. This one was sent to me, I think this was Anna in Germany that sent me this one. It's called Nymphatica, and it's a kind of teal, it's a kind of blue teal holographic with crushed flakes. But it's the formula, it takes about 3 coats to be opaque, and I did swatch this and I think I have worn it once, but it just didn't grab me, so I'm going to pass this one on. I'm also going to pass on my only remaining picture polish. I have had other picture polishes that I've destashed, but this one I'm going to say goodbye to it, even though it's absolutely beautiful, because I've got a KB shimmer that's pretty much exactly the same as this. So Saphira from Picture Polish, I'm going to pass this one on. These two beautiful Crellies here I'm definitely going to keep. This is Scofflaw and Hair Polish. This one is Paranoid Android. And this one is Hidden Treasures in a Bowl of Roses. And they are both absolutely beautiful, beautiful Crellies. Okay, this one I think is an indie brand. I'm not sure. Maybe it's more of a boutique brand, and it's called White Swan. And the formula has gone quite thick on this. It's just a plain white that I think I got in a me box. So I'm going to say goodbye to this one. These two oranges I'm going to keep. This one is Hollish, and it's My Middle Name is Fabulous, and it is a fantastic basketball orange holographic. I can't remember if this was Sarah or Becky who sent me this, but thank you anyway. I absolutely love it. So that's My Middle Name is Fabulous, and it's a beautiful orange holographic. I'm also going to keep this because I haven't even worn it yet. It's very, very bright, juicy neon orange with a deep blue shimmer and bright blue flakies. I just absolutely love this. It doesn't look, it's neon. You can't see that, you can't really see that on camera, but it is very, very neon. I think it probably would look better over a white base, but this one is called You Got It Dude. I think I got this in the sales section from Rainbow Connection. It's my only Fair Maiden polish, and I'm definitely keeping it. I'm also going to keep this Night Owl lacquer. This is Monster is a relative term, and it's a very, very pretty black base, but it's full of blue and green crushed flakes. It's so pretty. I'm definitely going to keep this one. I'm also going to keep this Dolish polish. It's my only Dolish polish, and it's a very pretty mini. It's got lots of different coloured glitters in there. It's really, really pretty. And this one is called Candy is Dandy, but Liquor is Quicker. So I'm definitely going to keep my one and only Dolish polish. This is Crow's Toes lacquer, and this is, just look how pretty that is. It is a bright blue glitter topper, and this is the polish that looks absolutely fantastic over grey and neutral cream polishes, and it just pairs really well with it. So I'm definitely going to keep this one. It's called Chess You Dog. And this one here is Native War Paints, and this one's called Rishon. And I'm in two minds about this because I feel like I've got polishes that might be similar, so this may end up being destashed at some point. So this is a tribute polish for Rick and Michonne on The Walking Dead. Native War Paints, it's my only Native War Paints. So I'm going to keep this one for now, and we'll see what happens when I do more comparisons. This is a really pretty polish that was sent to me by Andrea, and this one's called Mojave Jewel, and it's from a brand called Six Hearts. It's a kind of muted, dusty turquoise, so it's considerably paler than my ring, but it's got some fantastic flakes, brilliant formula. Really enjoyed wearing this one, so I'm definitely going to keep this polish. I wonder if you can see the twinkly blue glitters in here. It's a basic silver holographic, but it's got tons of these really pretty blue twinkly glitters. And this is a Frenzy polish, and it's called Boy with the Bread 2.0. And I just love it for that uniqueness of the blue glitters, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. Okay, so that leaves me with these two. This is my one and only Emily de Molly and my one and only Deluxe polish. I have had other Deluxe polishes, one or two maybe, that I've passed on. I am actually going to pass this one on as well. It's called Lord of Envy, and it's just a little bit too textured for me when it dries. Probably absolutely fine with a top coat, but it just prevents me from reaching for it. So I'm going to actually pass this one on. And this final polish, the Emily de Molly, I know that Nika absolutely loves Emily de Molly. I think also Amanda, the nail polish hound, has been getting into Emily de Molly as well. I'm going to keep this one for now. It's a really pretty spring green holographic. I kind of feel as though I might have a dupe for this, and if I do, I might end up destashing it, but for now I'm going to keep it. So that means I'm going to be keeping 15 of my one and only indie brands. I'm actually only going to destash 11 out of the 36, so what, that leaves me with 25. Let's face it, we always knew that this was going to be a difficult video. My next video, I've got one more that is kind of miscellaneous brands, and then I'm going to start on my indie brands. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about Ada's nails, because I've actually got 128 Ada's nails polishes. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get through all of them in one video for that brand, so I might need to split them up a little bit, but I don't know. It'll be a long, epic video. Let me know what you want me to do. Do you want me to split it up, or do you want me to try and attempt to destash my Ada's nails in one video? Let me know if you've got any of these brands. I know that Finger Paints and Spa Ritual are much easier to get hold of stateside. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!